Hello there, everyone. I hope everybody's doing great, you Michaelers out there. Well, let's see. A couple of things to kind of go over. Sometimes when I put this on YouTube, the sync goes off. So I apologize for that. So if any of you guys ever want to see it, that's in sync, just come to my Facebook page. That's where I first record these lives. Facebook page is, if you search Cecil Home parenthesis Pearl Jr., you will find it. Okay, so anyway, so I hope when I put this on YouTube, it doesn't mess up. All right, there's a couple of loose ends, okay, that I want to go over with you guys. I'll show you the new clue later. All right, so we were talking about, so who gets Michael's money, right? You know, and all kinds of weird things. And it says the case is dismissed in 2018. And if it was dismissed, that means it's closed. It's like it never happened. It's like, forget it. But then there's stuff that's still being posted on the website. And just go back and review that. It's just all weird. And another thing that I didn't bring up, this part of the actual will and trust, okay, this is from an actual court case, okay, so this is Michael Jackson's will and trust. The trust is somewhere else, but this is Michael Joseph Jackson. Who the heck is that? That's not his name. And we went over a whole bunch of this stuff. I'm not going to go back over it, how the kids' names are wrong and blah, blah. All right. This document here, naming who are the people in the Michael Jackson Family Trust, right? This document, it looks as though John Branca created this document, okay? Because on the top, it says deceased. So when Michael first did the will in 2002, he wasn't deceased. So I think that John Branca just created this document and assumed who were in the Michael Jackson Family Trust, right? Even though I went over with you guys how it's not initial, that those are his kids, and he did not put their name in the trust, only in the will. And at the time, they weren't Prayers, Prince, and Blanket, whose names are wrong in here, did not live at Havenhurst. So this was created by John Branca John Branca or who's the other one? John McClane, okay? Because Barry Siegel, he resigned, okay? So I don't know if he ever named the people in the Jackson Family Trust. I don't know if there's a real document that Michael signed saying who were in the Jackson Family Trust. So there's a lot of, that's just more weird stuff going on, okay? So anyway, watch the other one to have further understanding, and it's called Who Will Get Michael Jackson's Money. Okay, watch that one. All right, so then I wanted to kind of go over with you guys. Okay, so if we were, to look at Paris, Prince, and Bee Gees birth certificates, the same stamp is on there, which is informational, not to be used to establish identity. That's on all of them. Let me pull that up. My other computer is, she's old, so she's tired today. She's tired. She's not doing her thing. So let's do Paris Jackson. Okay, and the only one that they got that's not stamped, I think it's the BG Jackson one. Okay, so so if you were to look at, here we go. I just pulled this up. If you were to look at, here's Paris's supposed birth certificate. And it says, and Michael did not sign this, and D. Rowe Jackson, Debbie supposedly signed it. But it says Michael Joseph Jackson, that's his wrong name. And see here, informational, not a valid document to establish identity, right? So Paris and Prince's are there. Michael's death certificate is stamped that way because if it's not official and it's not requested by the family members, it always says it's just informational only, and you can't use it to establish someone's identification. So you can't use that as a form of identification. Okay? So, and if we look up BG's, hold on. I don't think his is stamped at all and doesn't have a listing of a mother. No one signed it. So it's kind of like, let me put a blanket birth certificate. These are just loose ends from my last video. Okay. Blanket birth certificate. Let's see. Blanket Jackson. Let me put Jackson, because his name is Prince Michael Jackson II, and yeah, here, no, his is stamped that way too. Okay, because I had another one that showed it without the blanks on it, without the, where is it? I have it somewhere. Let me look here. Okay, so, but anyway, my point is, go back to the other one, you can see the other video. So, but my point is that you can't use it to establish identity, just like Michael Jackson's death certificate, right? They're all stamped that way, okay? Now, so can we trust those documents or not? Those are the points, okay? All right, but we know that their names are wrong for sure, and they don't match these, the boys' names. It doesn't match the released birth certificates. But we know that when Prince graduated from college, he had Michael Joseph Jackson Jr. Remember that? That's what he had, which is weird because Michael's name is Michael Joe Jackson. So why didn't Michael name him Michael Joe Jackson Jr.? It's just it's just so many mistakes, just so much confusion. Michael's not dead. It wouldn't be this way if Michael was really, really dead. Okay. So, and then I told you guys I would show you the video of Marlon losing his mind and being so sad because his mother was missing, right? And we don't get none of this emotion, because the Jacksons are kind of emotional people. We don't get any of this emotion when it comes down to Michael being dead, okay? All right, so here is Marlon talking about his mother missing.
Well, first of all, there's some things
in 2011
that were said about some of the executives of the estate. And we've been told that our mother is safe. She's doing well. But we have not spoken with her. We have not talked with her. And I don't know where my mother
Oh my God, he's gonna make me cry.
I don't know where my mother is.
Oh my God.
All I know she's in Arizona, and whatever doctor said, I can talk to my mother, and you call me. I'm finished. I'm sorry. Who?
Okay.
I'm not going to go into all that. All I know is that there's somebody who made the decision that my mother cannot talk to me, and whoever that person is, they got to answer to me, because I'm going to see my mother, and I'm going to bring her home. I have nothing else to say. Just thank you all for your support. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I am.
Okay. Now, I had brought this up and promised you guys that I would show you that video, okay? Because there was all kinds of things going on with the estate, the executors to the estate, and all kinds of stuff. And Catherine was missing, and she was in Arizona, and that was raw, pure, sincere emotion. And if it was my mother, I would feel the same way, And Marlon is just, it kind of makes me want to cry because it's so sad. His heart is broken, and Jackie and Tito are just sitting there, concurring, and, Marlon's upset. And I had brought that up in reference to how the will is so ambiguous and has, we don't know. I think the reason why I had brought it up was because there was a dispute at the house during this time, and this was in 2012. And Peter Michael Bobby had told me before any of this went down, he had told me that he had a dream about Catherine, and that there was going to be some drama with Catherine. And I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Catherine's fine. And then this whole thing went down, and then they were at the house, and Paris said to Janet, get out. This ain't no Jackson family house. Like, this is my house. Michael had made it ambiguous in the will and the trust so that no one would ever bully anyone else or be influenced by money. And that, to me, shows me that Michael Jackson is not dead. It's a further piece of evidence that Michael Jackson is not dead, because if he really wanted Paris, Prince, and Blanca to be shoo-ins, he would have said, I give all my property to Paris, Prince, and Blanket, and made sure their names were right, made sure he initialed it, and he would have put their names in the trust, which he did not, but he added in Debbie Rose's name in the trust. So nobody is a shoo-in except Catherine as a beneficiary. And then there are the Jackson's Relatives Trust, where it's 3T, Taj, Terrell, and TJ. And TJ's name is Tito Joe, okay? Like Michael Joe, Tito Joe, Janet, Demita Joe, okay? None of the kids have Joseph as their name. There's Demita Joe and Michael Joe, okay? You can't just say, is Demita Josephine, right? Because you think it's short for Josephine. You just like you can do for Joseph. So we already know Michael plays the name game. He's sang a song about heaven, which is a part of the living dead. Gates of Paradise with Barry Gibb. It's all in the name. It's all in the game. He played these games. Michael Jackson is not dead. Period. All right. So then we're going to move on to, let's see. The newest clue, okay? And she did not really mean to leave this clue, okay? But Joanna from Instagram sent this to me, and she thought that he said, let me do this. It's over here. So let me go to my Twitter account. Let's go to my Twitter, okay? TWITTER, my Twitter account. And let's see, not that account, this account here. And let's go. Oh man, got to do it on the slow computer because I have another account up on that one. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry when I have you guys so close up. All right, so we go to my Twitter account, because is this a clue or is this a coincidence, guys? Is Michael, because of what, I've been saying about the police officer, the detective, the LAPD detective who went on camera 10 years later, was the investigative detective on the Michael Jackson death, who watched the autopsy, who said the body looked nothing like him. I'm looking at on there and I'm saying it looks nothing like him. And of course he knows what he looks like, because you got to investigate. This is it, right? Right? Which was 12 hours earlier, right? So he, even 10 years later, and to go on camera and say, no, I'm looking at this guy and I'm going, this ain't Michael Jackson. This looks nothing like him. Okay? That's saying something. And they agreed to be interviewed for a documentary about Michael's fake death. Okay? I'm just saying. I bet you they wonder, Dan Myers and Martinez. I think his name was, what's his name, Martinez? I think so. Both of them are like, something ain't right. And then I'm going to be working on something kind of exciting next week, and I'll be glad to tell you guys about it when it happens next week, okay? Come on. Oh, she is so slow, my old computer. I can't do it on my new one. Oh, okay, here we go. I should have just opened Instagram. Okay, so Prince. Okay, Michael Joseph Jackson Jr., a.k.a. Prince, and BG's name is really Prince. It's just all crazy. It's just all I don't know. It's Michael. 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 Okay. All right. So it's coming up, guys. It's coming. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Yes. Here it is. I should have just went on Instagram in the first place because that's where I posted it, at Instagram. All right. So I just find it weird that Jackson News decided to isolate on Instagram. Jackson News on Instagram decided to isolate this one comment from Prince. And so I wonder who runs Jackson News. And Joanna, she thought that it said something like Prince saying something alive, but she misunderstood. But I thank her for sending it to me anyway. Okay, here we go, guys. Here's the latest, okay? Is this a clue or not? All right, here we go. You know what? I'm not even doing this. I'm going to Instagram because this is just too much. It's just too slow. Okay, we're going to go to Instagram. I know you're 14. No, let's see. I got this in 2008. Yeah, 14 years old. This computer is 14. But I love this computer. I love it. Okay, so here we go. Here it is right here. Okay. All right. This was posted yesterday, I heard. Oh man, where's the sound? My poor computer's so old. There he goes.
I just did a live and I don't know what happened. Instagram said you've been talking too much, so they kicked me off of it. It was really good stuff. We spoke with a student from LNU named Carlton Dosu. And he has a really cool program called We Got Next. I'll be posting some information.
Okay, here we go. Let's watch it again.
I just did a live and I don't know what happened. Instagram said you've been talking too much, so they kicked me off of it. It was really good stuff. We spoke with a student from LNU named Carlton Dosu. And he has a really cool program called We Got Next. I'll be posting some information.
All right. Okay. All right. So you guys know who Carlton is, right? You advanced death hoaxers. You should know who he is, right? There was a body you got to watch a live too to get more information. But there was a body unclaimed body at the coroner's office by the name of Carlton, right? Coincidence? Maybe, maybe not. But remember Jermaine said there's no such thing as coincidence with a wink at the end after I told Peter, Michael, Bobby to send me some winks, right? And then we have the whole hot chocolate and all that kind of stuff that led to Peter proving to me that he was Michael Jackson. That happened at the Groman Chinese Theater. You guys just got to watch. I mean, I can't go back and keep connecting things because then I sound so ridiculous. But you guys who are advanced believers, you guys know what's going on. So you got to keep up. And I have 600 free videos on my YouTube channel for anyone that wants to spend, I don't know, months and months watching them. Or you can watch in 350 minutes and be caught up like this. Okay, this was Carlton Austin Guy, okay? Here we go. This was directly taken from the coroner's website. And there was no image available. And it says Carlton Guy. Right? Carlton Guy, a.k.a. Oscar Quintana, a.k.a. Michael Jackson? What? And if you look at it, the dates of birth, the birth dates are very similar. This guy was 48 years old. Michael was 50, right? June 5th, 1959, December 10th, 2007, right? So this is a year and a half before Michael was announced dead by his brother Jermaine while wearing a shirt when he said his legendary king of pop brother was dead. Jermaine, on the back of his shirt, it said living as king. Okay, it's so outrageous. It's so obvious. So this was an unclaimed body, right? And what they do with unclaimed bodies, they cremate them. Okay, so this right here, if anybody says Michael was cremated, it's because this body was cremated, right? So there's the name Carlton Guy. It really Carlton Austin Guy, but it's Carlton Guy. Carlton. Okay, right when I'm talking about the detective saying the dead body looked nothing like him. I believe that the dead body that died December 10th, and we're going to talk about December 10th in a minute, year and a half before, was a cryonically frozen, quote unquote frozen, we call it cooling, but frozen, dead body. And they used that dead body, watch A Prisoner of Fame, my short film, and they brought it back. Okay? So this is what I'm thinking, because why would there be an unclaimed body with the name Michael Jackson on it? Quintana, that sounds Latino, right? Carlton Guy, that could be a white guy, but more likely a black guy. And he's supposed to have vitiligo. Okay, Michael, I'm just saying, and it says the race of the guy was unknown. The race of this unclaimed body is unknown. Wait a minute. Let me hear. Okay, here we go. Okay, that image cuts it off. Oh, man. And then it cuts it off. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Well, you can see it if you watch. It says unknown. So, I'm just saying, Prince using the name Carlton, the timing is really cool and really good. Now, December 10th happens to be my mommy's birthday, which I don't think had anything to do with what Michael was doing. It's just a coincidence. Like Marlon and my sister Pam have the same birthday too. Coincidence, right? Coincidence happens, right? But December 10th is the day the quote unquote Michael album was released. So we have AKA Michael Jackson and December 10th, and then we have the Michael album also released on December 10th. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Also, I'd like to wish my daughter a wonderful happy birthday. Her birthday was yesterday. I posted pictures so you guys can see. We all had dinner out in Playa Vista, and it was a very nice day. So happy birthday, Lonnie. Here's my daughter. I'm going to show you guys. Here's my daughter. Okay, that's my sister, and that's my niece. It's my niece and my sister, and there's Cecil. And there's my daughter and her husband. And that's my brother-in-law, Sierra, and that's my son, Khalil, and that's Ruby. And you'll see me. I'm the one videotaping. And there's me. And there's my daughter. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Happy birthday. All right, so I got to get out of here. I got things to do. So anyway, I'm just cleaning up some loose ends from a couple of things that I have promised you guys. I couldn't look up my archives, but I did find something that Debbie Rowe gave up total custody of Paris and Prince back in 2001. And when I found articles stating that, but I had the actual court document somewhere. So when I find that, I will post it. And let's see, anything else on here? Okay. Nope, that's it, guys. That's it. So, I will see you guys next time. Let's see if there's any questions, because I got to go, for real. Nope, no questions. No questions. That's because I am pretty thorough. All right, guys, so I will see you next time. Bye-bye.